Well, good morning. Another video for you, how to challenge your council tax band. I'm Tony, AntNews. So 20 years ago, I bought this house, but the one thing wrong with it was the council tax band was band F. And it's like up with the super homes. And it was a 2-bedroom bungalow, nice garden, but 2-bedroom bungalow, all the same. And I think band F is ridiculous. And then the house next door to me, 3-bedroom house, detached, was band D. So I decided to challenge my council tax. Now, it's not easy, but it's not difficult. So there are 3 main steps to this. So the first thing you need to do is go on the government council tax band website. And I'll put all the links below in the description, all right? So the first, step 1, look up your council tax band and your neighbour's council tax bands. And you're gonna say, how can they have this 5-bedroom house and I've got this 2-bedroom bungalow? All right. And so the first step, start your evidence, get your council tax bands for your neighbours' houses. Make some notes on it, screenshots and all of that. The second step is you go on the sold prices. Now, the government website for sold prices. And now this is very difficult because one house was sold in 2011, the other one was sold out in 2020, but you might find some gold evidence that your house is way overtaxed compared with the 5-bedroom mansion up the road. So you need the evidence of 5 houses, 5 houses that are in a lower council tax band than you. Now, I've looked up previous addresses that I've lived at, and it's very clear in one road, they're all matching identical houses. They all have matching identical council tax bands. You can't challenge that. But certainly this bungalow we bought, it was worth the challenge. So I put my evidence together and I asked for band D. I didn't get that, but I got band E, all right? Anyway, so get your evidence together, proving why your house has got a higher council tax band than your neighbours. So 5 houses, genuine evidence of actual sold prices, not Zoopla, not Rightmove. It's got to be actual sold prices from the government's website. Then you go on to the challenge your council tax band link, all right? And you fill out the form and you submit your evidence, all right? And this may well take 6 months. Don't expect it to happen overnight. However, I had a phone call and they said, well, you're not going to get band D. Probably should have, but we didn't, but challenge, put your evidence. We got to band E, we accepted that, and then they said, oh, well, it'll be backdated 6 years, but you've only lived there a year. So I got 1 year's council tax refund, and the previous owner, I believe, got 5 years council tax refund on the difference between band E and band F. And again, the price of your council tax, if you're band A to band B, it's about £100 a year. When you go up in the higher bands, they like to stick you for lots of money. So we were paying, like band A and B were like £11,500 a year and £1,200 a year. Well, we were paying sort of £2,500 a year, and it came down to 2,000, or you know, so the difference becomes bigger at the higher bands. So anyway, the people we bought the house off of got a nice fat check. I would say that we then got 18 years of that lower band. So, you know, and then we then applied for disabled council tax discount because we needed the facilities of a bungalow because of my wife's disabilities. So what I say is it's going to take you minimum of 2 hours of research. But that bang for buck, your 2 hours work will either make you comfortable that you're paying the right amount, and that's usually apparent quite quickly. But your 2 hours of work putting together the evidence pays you back, you know, hundreds of pounds a year. So it's, you know, bang for buck. You're going to get, if you put in the work, the benefit of getting your council tax reduced will save you money for the next, you know, however long you're in that house. And it actually makes your house easier to sell when you do go to sell it. So if you think you're in the wrong council tax band, give it a go. I'm Tony, AntNews. If you make a, you know, buy me a jar of coffee, you know. If I made you a good saving, yeah, you know, send me a thanks, all right? But anyway, all the ants out there, keep scurrying around, and let's keep a control of your costs. I'm Tony, AntNews, signing out. All the links are in the description.